Hey Sagittarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do go ahead and check out the description box below where you're going to see links to my Facebook page and my website address for a little bit more information about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer. If you haven't already, please also go ahead and check out Instagram where you will find the weekly quick read, which are posted each weekend in time for your Monday. And I do that for all of the zodiacs, just a brief 5-minute video. But on the YouTube channel here, you're going to see more in-depth fortnightly and monthly readings for all of the zodiacs. Now go ahead and make sure you also check out your rising sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, whatever is appropriate. Depending on what you are going through, you are more than just your sun sign, Saggy. Especially like the sun sign, I like to call our soul sign. And it's great to connect in when it resembles our inner world and our core processes, healings, activations, whatever the case may be. But our rising sign might point more to what's happening in our everyday reality, how we're being perceived by others. Our Venus sign might talk more so about our romantic relationships, our love language. Our Jupiter sign might talk about expansion and growth and how we process that. Our moon sign, of course, is how we handle our emotions. So each of us is unique in what we're searching for. I'm going to pull 3 energy cards to do an overview of perhaps the potential energies you will be experiencing for the month of August. This is your August monthly reading. And then I'll pull some tarot, okay? Now, I also do a bit of a cosmic recap, cosmic compass, which is just the astrological overview for the month and how that might apply to you, my lovely Saggy. So the sun is in Leo and later in the month enters Virgo. We've got a full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd of August with a new moon in Leo on the 19th. It's like going to have this opposition energy, if you like. We've also got Uranus going retrograde on the 15th. And that joins the retrograde party, okay? So we've got quite a number of planets in retrograde. I think in September we're actually going to have up to 7, not counting the asteroids, which will probably be like 9, 10, 11. Uranus energy is similar to direct motion than it is in retrograde motion. However, Uranus is the innovator. It is the oddball, the eccentric, you know it, but in its wholesome form, genuinely is not here to impress anyone. It is here to be itself, free of family values, restrictions, old beliefs, fears, society's rules, whatever the case may be. So you see now, it's now that final push with this additional character in the party. Uranus is very much like, that's great, thanks for telling me your story and what your dreams are, but what are you going to do about it? So thought, prayer, meditation is great and all, but it is action that counts in the eyes of the universe. So this oppositional energy between the sun, the full moon and the new moon, in that first 2 weeks of August, with this Mars energy going on, we're going to feel probably at the worst batshit crazy and frustrated itself if we do not action on some level. We are also going to feel this, oh, I just have to do something. And that energy can come out really, holy dooly, that's not what I wanted to do. Not well thought out, we're just reacting in emotion, we're just reacting in energy on some form because we're not quite sure where all this inner stuff's coming from. So be aware. But it is the planet that now asks us, how are you going to act on it? And it doesn't matter if you have a 5-year dream or a 10-year dream. It is perhaps just our ego that gets in the way about wanting to speed things up and wanting to, it's our human self that processes those timelines. What's to say we can't set a goal and it might be this 10-year goal as we achieve other goals, family goals, whatever the case may be. Being realistic with self, but at least actioning one thing. And if I action one thing today, that's 7 things I can action towards that goal by the end of this week. That's 30 or 31 things I can action towards that goal by the end of this month. And if that was $1, it's slowly building, yeah? Okay, so that's what Uranus will be inviting us to do. And I'm saying it simply, but we're going to feel that energy. It's going to drive us crazy unless we're actually actioning our greater goals on some level and really working with this deeper retrograde energy. If we had chosen to do so this this year. It is cyclical. It always presents. Underneath your energy cards is going to be, this card is the energy of patience, or the opposite of it, which is what I was just talking about. I accept that everything happens. I didn't even notice that till now. Everything happens in divine order, my lovely Saggy. You are working with the energy of freedom, but also the energy of humor. So maybe feeling what freedom is not. Being reminded to maintain humor this month on some level. How am I pressuring myself? How am I being unrealistic in my impatience? Redefining what freedom means for you in many ways, but remembering to connect to this, okay? Because it's good for the heart. The laughter is good for the heart as you transmute any doubts that are getting in the way of true freedom. Freedom is at the center of your reading. You're conflicted and still dealing with losses. Conflicted about how best to process loss, perhaps. But I see here, my lovely Saggy, in the past is the Ace of Coins. There's a practical beginning here, but I feel like I'm now connecting into Saggies that have been uncertain about how to say yes to this offer. A cup has been offered. You are trying to offer your cup. You're feeling a bit conflicted about letting go of something and walking away from something else before saying yes to this. That's relevant for someone out there. Maybe you can't start something because something is still going, and that could be wanting to apply for that job, but you've signed a contract. That could be transitioning between relationships. I'm going to say there's a deeper, like a residue, guys, of letting go. Okay, maybe you have embarked on something new career, new relationship, a new chapter of your life, and this residue is still here. Okay, so that's, if you notice any impatience energy, if you notice any doubt energy, restrictions or something to that effect, I'm going to say it's due to the adversity you have experienced when it comes to endings. Okay, like I see, I'm connecting into Sagittarians that have started something here, but then there's been this, something has to change, because these are 2 5s. Maybe you started something with the same energy that you left something else, is what I'm feeling. Like you didn't get rid of the residue, you didn't get rid of the residual beliefs that weren't for this new beginning. There's a new beginning desperately wanting to start, if it hasn't already happened, because there's this chapter closing. This chapter closing on you, on your path, on your past, so that a whole new one can begin. Like I'm feeling maybe August is very much going to present you with this energy, Saggy, where it's like this stop-start energy. I can't begin something. Because I'm still holding on to something else. So be aware of that. This residual letting go energy will exist. And if you've already started something, or you're trying to start something, apply it however it resonates. These are general readings: life, love, business, career, new house, whatever. If you're noticing that, God, I thought I would start this new thing and it hasn't, go in, because I feel like there's residual energy from the past, from something you've recently walked away from. You could have very well walked away from it 5 years ago. It's still there. Like your beliefs, your fears are being navigated by this past energy, past experience. Yeah, that's not confusing, but I feel like it's like I've opened a door, starting a new beginning, because that's in the past. Underneath all this, I want an engagement. I want to offer my heart. I want genuine emotional reciprocity, and to offer, to link, to combine, and that can apply to your relationship with your career, a new relationship, a reinvigoration in an existing relationship, whatever the case may be. I want to connect to my emotional body in a very practical, a whole new way. But the thing that's getting in the way then, Saggy, is this energy feeling conflicted about endings and losses. When I invest, okay, how much do I have to invest in order to get what I want? Maybe this is all based on old beliefs, old ways of doing things, okay, and that's where this stuck energy comes from, is what I do want to say. But there's a healing here this month. The Aquarius full moon is a beautiful time for you to truly let something go here. Work with that energy. Aquarius is the energy of the higher view, of It's the 5D energy, the 5D consciousness, if you like. It is not afraid to be the oddball, very much like this Uranus retrograde. Like I said, Uranus retrograde kicks off on the 15th of August. Now, it will invite us all to really act on our deeper drives, deeper wishes, deeper desires, okay? So maybe this Aquarius full moon is a great way in which to breathe out, accept the lessons of adversity that have crossed your path in the past, accept the wisdom that fear has brought into your past and how it ultimately has affected your self-esteem. And maybe this month you choose no more. You say no more and you say yes to a future free of conflict and loss. You say yes despite the risk of loss is what I want to say. None of us start anything thinking it's going to fail or end. That's the key, Saggy. We all start things with a full heart and faith and hope, knowing that it will work out. When the Star card shows up, it is inviting you into a time of healing, Sagittarius. And it's really about allowing yourself this chance to let anything go that gets in the way of this genuine inspiration. Now, you could be, I mean, it's a healing card generally, yes, but you might be healing from a letting go already. You might be healing from an old way of thinking, being, seeing. It's like a divine inspirational healing, okay? So it doesn't have to be healing per se, but you are healing something that ultimately has kept you further from this connection to higher source, connection to your dreams, connection to that vision you've always had, whatever the case may be. Like, I really feel this push-pull energy, especially when I see all these highly favorable cards. Okay, when it comes to the Star, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Coins, okay? But then you've got this energy that's crowning you and centering you, because it's like right front and center, and just sort of like that carrot that's dangling. This conflict, walking away from conflict, walking away from times of loss. And maybe sometimes it is the energy of loss that truly stops us from opening up again, from truly believing that we deserve this new beginning. It could already be here, front and center, ready for you to take with both hands. And like I was saying earlier, it's very much about we can start something, yes. We know how to go through the motions, our very human, you know, say the right things, do the right things, and wake up each day and continue towards this start. We can be living within a new job, new career, new relationship, whatever the case may be, but the energetic remnants of the past can still get in the way in one form or another, is what I want to say. And that's what I'm feeling here. It is time for change. You've got double fives. It is time for change, to truly embrace this healing energy that's wanting to heal your connection to the past in some way, wanting to heal the conflicts you have around loss, wants you to heal the conflicts you have around what it takes, what it costs you to invest your heart, the loss you associate with vulnerability, because there's an offer here. There's a practical offer, okay? Take it however it resonates. That can apply to love, that can apply to business, that can apply to a brand new beginning, a practical new beginning in one way or many ways. All right, you are closing a chapter and you're welcoming a whole new one. You've definitely just embarked on an ecliptical cycle. Watch what you can achieve over the next 2 years when it truly comes to change and reconnecting to the essence of who you are. Again, there's your higher self. The Temperance card is ruled by Sagittarius. Again, speaking of healing, this blending of the wisdom of the past and everything I've learned, this blending of everything that needs to happen so that I can continue to move forward. And I feel like what centers your reading is freedom, like to be free of the past, to be free of the beliefs that have held you back from your growth, from your divine essence, from who you truly are, want to be, who you see yourself as being. Like there's this cord that connects us to our future visions, our future self, but there's also a cord that connects us to our past until we choose to let that go. And I'm just going to say, just remind yourself to connect into the humor, remind yourself to see the funny side of things, the way in which we humanly process our challenges and our, like, I'm hearing someone say, here I was thinking I had a whole new beginning and I was still living the old reality in one way or another. You can't take yesterday's beliefs with you. If you know, to truly do something different, feel something different, receive a different outcome, we really have to choose to engage something that looks nothing like what we've ever done before. And watch how the doubt is flooded and flushed away as you embrace freedom, okay? And that's what the goal is this month for you, is to really be centered in this energy of freedom in many ways. And being patient, because there's going to be this Mars energy that drives you, because Mars is in Aries, and that's very complementary to your sign. It is your fellow brothers and sisters. It's a fire sign, you know, and this drive, I could very well be connecting into Sagittarians that are feeling this push towards the future. Actually, you know what it is, guys? You know an old version of yourself has to close. It might even take 2 years. This might be a 5-year story. Not beginning now, but has already been processing in many ways. Look back on your path. Maybe a significant chapter ended, career ended, relationship ended. Take it however it resonates. You've now just embarked on an ecliptical cycle that will span 2 years, and you are leading the South Node. So this very much, and this has come up in a lot of your readings, this is very much about you coming to terms with the purpose of the past. Really looking, oh God, it's just escapes my mind. There was this quote I heard. Oh, it was about, and even in our adversities, you know, there is always a wisdom nugget. And I say this a lot in different readings. The past truly has served a purpose. It's about truly healing this and letting go underneath this Aquarian full moon at the beginning of August, really letting go anything that gets in your way of embracing the new. And that is actually the purpose of your ecliptical cycle. It's it's a 2-year cycle, yes. No different to when some people embark on a diploma. It can take up to 2 years, but some people smash it out in 6 months. Completely at your will and choosing, you know. This stuck energy, this frustration, this reminder to keep having to dip back into humor and patience doesn't have to span 2 years, guys. Looking back at the adversity and not remaining stuck in it by actively choosing freedom, by actively choosing, like I said, that Uranus energy is all about, that's great, thanks for telling me your visions and your hopes and your dreams, but what are you going to do about it? That's what August starts to illuminate for a lot of zodiacs. And it doesn't have to take you 2 years. It can begin this month in little ways and big ways. Like I was saying, the effort and investment you make in one day adds up to 7 by the end of the week, adds up to 30, 31 by the end of the month. It all counts. Action's what's counting here. And I feel like there's this push-pull energy between your beliefs around loss, your beliefs around conflict, expecting conflict eventually to happen if I do open my heart. If I make myself vulnerable, do I have to protect myself from conflict? Do I have to protect myself from potential loss? So I might as well not offer my cup. That sort of thing is what I'm feeling here. My beliefs around commitment, my beliefs around my worthiness, my abundance, my beliefs about how much I'm actually attracting it to me, or do I have to fight for it? Yeah, what is it that I'm fighting? There's so much stuff here. A whole chapter is closing for you, Saggy, and there's a whole new window opening, a new door, which will ignite the fire of who you are, this youthful energy. And I feel you may have dreams, you may have goals, but there's going to be a strong non-committal energy for for most of August in one way or another. This push-pull energy is what I'm feeling predominantly for you, okay? Until you get some clarity, until you connect into this belief of, I want to feel excited about the new again, is what I do want to say. Like, I feel like I'm connecting into Sagittarians that are like, oh yeah, wait for it, I'll see how long that lasts. Whether that's a new job you've just started, a new career, good news, good news only lasts so long. That romantic part of a relationship only lasts so long. Whatever the case may be, you will know it is unique to you, your story. There's a healing here that needs to happen, a balancing, so that you can create some strong sense of permanence rather than an ongoing, like I keep seeing, closing and opening of doors, okay? Whether that's jobs, whether that's relationships, whether that's your belief around abundance, money quickly going in, quickly going out. take it however it resonates. There's a permanency here wanting to solidify in your life, and the only thing blocking is this connection to your beliefs around loss and conflict, waiting for conflict, waiting to, I have to protect myself, okay? We can be protecting our heart, we can be protecting our security. I can be really, really super frugal with my money, but money also is an energy and it wants us to be free flowing without being careless, okay? You can still be smart while still enjoying it for the temporary energy that it is. And the more temporary we treat it in that regard, I'm not talking about building a nest egg, I'm not talking about savings account, I'm talking about the money in which, the portion of your money in which you allow freedom to happen so that you can experience freedom. And then that naturally attracts more of it. There's something here. And I feel like, you know, when I work with money energy, manifestation energy, it is actually the same energy as intimacy and love, because it's this open, closing door. It's this freedom to take a risk, to take a gamble, to put my heart out there, to, you know, and it can feel really risky. It can feel really scary. It can also feel really non-committal. It depends. I need to balance something here when it comes to my beliefs about solidifying abundance, or solidifying a belief around love is what I want to say, Saggy. I feel like I need to pull a healing card for you. Is there anything else? You know what? Yeah, it's time to stop holding yourself back when it comes to this change. What needs to change is you need to stop holding yourself back. You need to stop waiting and putting yourself on guard, in defense mode. Okay, take that however it resonates. You know in yourself when you're not truly investing your all. And I feel I'm connecting into Sagittarians that feel like there's something deep, deep, deep to lose here if I do. That'll be relevant for someone out there. It's base chakra stuff, okay? Because by the time we get to the 10 of Wands, we're carrying a burden, we're carrying energy. It's a burden now. It's not meant to feel like a burden. It's meant to feel like free-flowing energy, like the 8 of Wands. Because even just translating the energy of these cards, see, the cards that come before and after this, the 4 of Coins is control energy. I need to hold on to this for a sense of safety. I need to control this on some level. 5 of Coins, now I've lost something, despite how controlling and I felt like I had to be safe on some level. The 6 of Coins is about the recognition of karmic balancing, the recognition of what needs to be brought into balance. Let's go with the Swords. 4 of Swords is a retreat. I need to hang up my swords. I need to be alone. I need to... By the time I get to the 5, I'm with others, I'm in conflict, and I still haven't quite processed my healing even. The 6 of Swords, I'm successfully moving towards peace. I have, despite conflict, despite the truth of the past, despite my connection with others, despite how life has proved me right when it came to my fears, I am choosing to move toward peace, because maybe conflict was what was driving me when I manifested those fears. I'm not saying you know, we can definitely be at the target, but other people's choices, conflict, whatever the case may be, actions. By the time I graduate up into the 6 of Swords, I am moving towards peace. By the time I graduate into the 6 of Coins, I have recognized what needs to be balanced. 6 is a number of harmony. 5 is the number of conflict, but it's also the number of change. So recognizing the gift of this conflict to identify what needs to be changed. What needs to be changed, perhaps, is the way in which you hold yourself back, the way in which you naturally put yourself in defense mode, Saggy. And what's trying to happen, the reason I'm saying all of this is because something's trying to solidify in your life. Love, commitment, a new, you know, way to make money, a belief around abundance, a manifestation, whatever the case may be. Something is trying to solidify in your life, but you don't believe in permanency. You don't believe it will last, and that's the gift. This month offers a healing of that so that you can truly move towards that and close a chapter. Okay, and the Aquarius full moon is a beautiful energy in which to release energetic cords, beliefs from the past, whatever the case may be. All right, let's take a look. We're going to see some more detail and go more into depth in your fortnightly readings, but let's finish off with a healing card. Boundaries. There's something here about boundaries. And sometimes we need to put a boundary down with self, Saggy. Okay, take a look at that beautiful card. It is, again, look at the fives showing up for you. There's a change beckoning you. Something, it's time for change. Okay, so 50. I love the artwork. Like the peacocks have been really calling to me lately too. Maybe you'll recognize some symbolism in here. Is that like a lady with a baby? There's a lady with a peacock. There's an angel above. There's a lady with a little girl. And there's this path. This path towards abundance. Peacocks are like, God, what does that symbolize off the top of my head? It is abundance, I'm pretty sure. Let me just quickly look that up while I've got you here. You'd think I would have already looked this up because I literally see them everywhere. I'll see a picture of one, I'll see a feather, like I can't get away from them in the last couple of weeks. Buddhism, if the peacock opens its tail wide, it will look like a giant Chinese hand fan. In Hinduism, hold on, I'm just looking up random symbolism of peacock. Maybe you already know. You can comment on the video. This bird symbolizes birth, rejuvenation, new life, or regrowth. If it appears in your dream, this could also symbolize success and prestige. Consider this a positive sign for the future and expect great luck and happiness to come in your life soon. Wow, I didn't even know. Because, I was getting really tied up with peacocks are bad luck. But then I think I read somewhere that they're about abundance, and I've never really connected to them. I connect to crows a lot and kookaburras. But look at this. There's a lady with a peacock. She is in control of her own luck, abundance, rejuvenation. Like this new beginning, this new chapter is at your will and choosing, Sagittarius, okay? Male or female. She's choosing to walk this path, choosing to move forward, guided by angelic assistance. There's something here about the mother-daughter relationship that is relevant, that might be your life story. This parenting relationship, this is also you mothering your inner child, male or female, take it however it resonates. There's a flowering here. There's something beautiful in this rebirth of the way in which you mother self, mother the babies in your life, not just your physical babies, but the baby dreams, baby goals, baby, anything of infancy, if you like. Let's see what else I can see in here. There's a wealth of color. Wow, is that a koi fish and a harp? There is so much symbolism. There's a koi fish randomly in the tree. Look at that. I love these cards. Maybe you want to pause that, crop it, and meditate on it. It's time for change, my beautiful Saggy. That's your message for August. And like I said, you've just embarked on this ecliptical cycle, and maybe this is what it is all about for you. Maybe August illuminates that for you this month, all right? So the center of your reading is about freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Something wants to solidify, something wants to begin in your life, and the only thing stopping you from truly embarking on that new path, committing to that, is perhaps your beliefs around conflict and loss, all right? So don't keep holding yourself back. Alrighty, my dear. Full moon in Aquarius, don't forget, release, 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 heal. Step into your highest element, your higher self, so you can both simultaneously open a door and close one at the same time. All right, my love, hope you got something out of that. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And by all means, let your other empath, sensitive, and intuitive friends know where to find the channel. There will be 2 fortnightly readings rolling out across the month of August for you, 1st to the 15th and 16th through to the 30th, or 31st, depending on how many months we've got, days we've got this month. There you go, Saggy. And Instagram for the quick reads, okay, every Monday. All right, then, take care. Until next time.